Hey guys, my name is Hussein Saifi from hunklessons.blogspot.com. In this video tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to create a Tumblr-like drop-down search with jQuery and PHP. Let's take a demo how our search will look. The search is live at my website hunklessons.blogspot.in. Please visit. The search will look something like that. We type some keywords like HU. It will show us a drop-down menu where every result will be shown. We click on them, it takes us to a link or their profile page. We will start from the beginning and create this search. Let's get into the code. I've created a basic HTML page. We have nothing special here. Now I have to include jQuery. For this I will copy a jQuery file which is on my blog. I have copied it, pasted it. The jQuery is included in my page. Now I will make a div and I will give it a ID of container, container, and I will have an input field with type search. I'm using HTML5 in it, that's why I can use type search, and I will give it ID search. Now look at it, it will look something like, okay, it's looking fine. I'm not going to concentrate too much in the style. You can check out the style in my blog. I have all the CSS here. We'll working on the basic functionality only. I will create a UI here, another list, UL, okay, done. Now I will be testing out the jQuery. I will script JavaScript. Document is ready. We will waiting for our document to be ready. Document dot ready function. When our document will be ready, we will alerting hunk. It's good way and good practice to test your code at every stage. It gives how much your code is working. Go ahead and test it out. Okay, it's popping up. Our jQuery is included in the page. Now we will get the we will target our search div, which we have given the ID of search. And we will bind an event. We'll bind a key up event. Whenever the key up, simply this event simply means that whenever the key is pressed in a keyboard, this event calls. We'll make a variable named search. In this variable we will store the value of our search input field dot val. This represent the search field in which we are currently here. We will test it out by console.log search. It will show us. Okay, and we refresh the page. We will open our console. We'll type something, Hussein. As you can see in the console, it's giving us Hussein. Whatever we type in the field, it will give in the console. Means that function is working. Okay. Now we'll check if the user has input some characters or not. If search is equal to nothing, to do nothing. Else, if it's not equal to nothing, we will perform a search. We will send the data from here to our search.php page in which our search will be conducted. Search. Okay, we'll go $.ajax. We'll call a ajax function. No, I will not call it ajax function. I will call a get function. $.get function. In the first parameter, I will give the page for which I want to search. It's search.php, and I will give the data which I want to send and a callback function. It's the callback function, and I will give a callback function a response. Yes, response text. I have given a parameter in the function. We will send a data to the search file, search.php page. We'll name our, which we call, and search, which we have created a variable. Okay, that's all for jQuery. Now we will do a search in our search.php page. We will create a new file, save it as search.php, and we will open our PHP tags, close our PHP tags, and check for set. If set dollar underslot get search, this search, we'll copy it and paste it here, this search. If set dollar underslot search and not empty dollar underslot get search, then we will echo, we will save our search variable into variable search system is equal to dollar underslot get search. We will echo our variable search to check it out that it's sending to the data sending, jQuery is sending data to our search.php page or not. That response, whatever is echoed in the search.php page, get stored in our response tags variable. We can echo the response tag variable and check that something is echoed in the search.php page or not. We will do a console.log and check out search response tag. Okay, we'll refresh the page. We'll do hu, we'll type something hunk lessons. It's typed, it's coming here, means our search.php page is fine. Okay, or you can see that. Okay, now we'll make a database. Now we make a database. We will go to our my admin, my admin. I will go to my hunk lessons. I will create a new table name search, and we will give it say 3 fields. We will give it 3 fields. Okay, first is ID, second is name, third is pick. ID will be integer, name will be varchar, and pick will be text. Varchar will be of size 255, pick will be of size 500 because it's the maximum size of a text, and 255 is the maximum size of a varchar. We will go to the index. Index will be primary for user, and it will be auto increment. We will create a table saved. Okay, our search table is done. We'll open it. Okay, open, and we will insert some dummy data. Okay, first name will be Hussein Safi, and pick will be something from my profile of Facebook. It will be okay. Pick will be inserted. We'll insert 2 more datas. Say second Mark Zuckerberg. Profile will be here. We will insert something more, some more data. For example, hunk lessons, profile pic, and go. You can see that 3 data is inserted in our table. Now we will connect to our database. For connecting to our database, we will use simple function mysql connect. It will take 3 parameters. First, localhost, which is the host on which you are. For possibility is that it will be every time it will be localhost. Second is username. For my case, it's root. and third is password, which I don't have. And I will select my database table, MySQL select DB. My database name is Hunk Lessons. Okay, I've copied Hunk Lessons. I'm connected to my database for checking out. Refresh the page, and check the console. Okay, okay, it's typing really good. That's why no error. We have connected successfully to our database. Now we will explode. Now use. We will convert the search string into an array. For this, I will use explode function. You can use, there are many functions. You can use preg split also. I will use explode because it is easy. Explode, and I will explode with a string, search string. Okay, it's exploded. It will look something like that. Print r in dollar terms. Okay, we can see it here. If we type just Hussein Safi, it will give us an array Hussein Safi. If we type something more, Hunk something like that, it will give us some more array. It's now 5. Every term will be searched. For example, 0 term will be searched in our database, first term will be searched, second term, third term, and consecutive terms will be searched. Okay, we have got the array. Now we will use a for each loop. For each dollar terms as dollar term. Okay, we will create a variable variable here I is equal to 0. Okay, if dollar, and we will, every time it get into a for each loop, we will increment the I. If dollar I is equal to 1, we will form a query. We will make a variable here also, query, which is equal to nothing. We are creating a global variable query. Now we'll make a query variable, query dot equal to we are appending it. We are selecting it by name like %% and dollar term. Okay, that will be our query variable. And if the terms are greater than 1, means there are multiple terms, we will make a query variable dot, we will append it dot, we will use AND variable, and name like %% dollar term. That's a simple and effective method to create a query. We'll do it. We will give some spaces here because I don't want it to mess up my query. Now after my for loop, I will try to echo the query, $echo $query. Okay, fine. Now we will test it. I should also clear the console, it's also messing up. Okay, I will use Hussein Safi. Now it will make a query. Select all from search via name like Hussein and name like Safi. It will be a query, and it will our database will search it. Okay, we will now do a query. We will store the query in the variable q. We will do a MySQL underscore query function. We'll do it like that. Select all from search where and our query variable, which will be formed by our for each loop. Now we'll echo the queue that it's selected something or not. Echo q. Okay, saved. Now we'll echo it here. Hunk. Oh, it's not selecting anything. Now let me check what's the problem.